Something strange is happening in the job market. Almost every week, another company announces layoffs, and more often than not, they blame artificial intelligence. Everyone seems convinced that AI is replacing workers. The headlines make it sound inevitable. In the first 5 months of 2026, employers attributed more than 87,000 planned job cuts to AI. But one detail doesn't fit. If AI is replacing workers this quickly, unemployment should be exploding. Yet economists are still projecting millions of new jobs. Somehow, both stories appear to be true. On one side, AI is blamed for layoffs. On the other, the labor market refuses to collapse. So what is actually happening? Is AI replacing workers, or are we misunderstanding what's really changing? To understand the mystery, we need to start with the part that people get right. The layoffs are real, and they're happening at a scale that's difficult to ignore. In May 2026 alone, U.S. employers announced more than 97,000 job cuts, the highest May total since the disruptions of 2020. What makes this unusual is the reason companies are giving. Nearly 40% of those cuts were attributed directly to artificial intelligence. For 3 consecutive months, AI was cited as the leading cause of layoffs. Not inflation, not declining sales, artificial intelligence. The technology sector became the center of the storm. More than 123,000 tech job cuts were announced during the first half of 2026. Across the industry, the message sounded remarkably similar. Companies were cutting staff, restructuring teams, and investing heavily in AI. And the anxiety spread far beyond Silicon Valley. Students, graduates, and office workers started asking the same question. If AI can do the work, who gets hired next? And yet, this is where the story becomes difficult to explain. Because while companies were announcing layoffs, major economic forecasts were still predicting a net increase in jobs. The labor market was sending 2 completely different signals at the same time. One said workers were being replaced. The other said the economy was still creating opportunities. So which one was telling the truth? The answer starts with a misunderstanding. Most people think AI is replacing entire jobs, but that's not how most companies are actually using it. When researchers looked at how AI was being used in the real world, they found a huge gap between what AI could theoretically do and what companies actually trusted it to do. On paper, AI appeared capable of handling most tasks performed by programmers, administrators, and customer service teams, but in practice, adoption was dramatically lower. In computer and math occupations, researchers found that while 94% of tasks were theoretically exposed, only about 33% were actually being covered in real workplaces. And the reason was simple. Companies still don't trust AI with many decisions that carry legal, financial, or safety risks. A system might help draft information, but authorizing prescriptions, handling liability, or making sensitive judgments still requires human oversight. That's where the story becomes more interesting, because if AI wasn't replacing entire jobs, why were companies still laying people off? The evidence points to something else. Many companies weren't eliminating workers because AI could already do their jobs. They were freeing up money to fund massive AI investments. Salaries were being redirected into data centers, computing infrastructure, and specialized AI talent. In many cases, workers weren't being replaced by AI. Their budgets were. The layoffs were real, the AI investments were real, but the relationship between them was very different than what most people imagined. And that would become much clearer once companies started discovering the limits of automation. By this point, the pattern starts to emerge. The companies making the biggest AI announcements weren't all doing the same thing. Take Meta. The company cut workers while simultaneously committing enormous resources to AI infrastructure and relocating thousands of employees toward AI-focused initiatives. The workers weren't being replaced by software overnight. Their salaries were helping finance the next phase of the AI race. Intuit followed a similar path. Thousands of jobs were cut during its AI transition, but almost immediately the company began hiring again for highly specialized AI and engineering positions. Then there was Chegg, and this case revealed something completely different. Chegg didn't struggle because AI replaced its employees. Chegg struggled because AI replaced demand for its product. Students stopped paying for answers when chatbots could generate them for free. Revenue collapsed, the company's market value collapsed, and eventually large portions of the workforce disappeared with it. But the most revealing evidence came from companies that actually tried replacing people with AI. Klarna famously claimed its AI systems could perform the work of hundreds of customer service agents. The company froze hiring and aggressively pursued automation. Then reality arrived. Service quality suffered. The company admitted it had focused too heavily on cost reduction and eventually resumed hiring human workers. IBM reached a similar conclusion. After predicting that thousands of roles could eventually disappear, the company later expanded entry-level hiring, not because AI had failed, but because humans were still needed to guide it. So, if AI isn't causing mass unemployment, what is it actually changing? The answer becomes visible when you look at the people trying to enter the workforce for the first time. Across many industries, companies aren't just laying people off, they're quietly stopping new hires from coming in. Research cited in this investigation found that entry-level white-collar job postings fell dramatically between late 2024 and mid-2026. The work didn't disappear, but many companies realized AI could handle enough routine tasks that fewer junior employees were needed. For decades, companies operated like pyramids. Large numbers of junior employees supported a smaller group of managers and executives. AI is beginning to flatten that structure. Experienced workers can now perform tasks that once required teams of junior staff supporting them. That doesn't mean humans are disappearing, it means the role of the human worker is changing. Companies increasingly want employees who can work with AI, not compete against it. In fact, workers with verified AI skills are becoming more valuable. Globally, AI-related skills now command significant wage premiums. The winners in this transition aren't necessarily the people with the most experience. They're often the people who adapt the fastest, which creates a new divide. The biggest risk isn't that AI takes every job. The bigger risk is that opportunities become concentrated among workers who know how to use it. The deeper we followed the evidence, the less this story looks like a story about artificial intelligence, and the more it looks like a story about something else. A world that is running short on workers. Across advanced economies, populations are aging. Demand for nurses, caregivers, skilled trades, and other human-centered professions continues to grow. Many of these jobs cannot be automated away. What AI does exceptionally well is absorb routine administrative work, the kind of repetitive tasks that consume millions of hours across modern organizations. In that sense, AI is not simply replacing labor. It is helping economies redirect labor toward areas where humans are becoming increasingly scarce. At the same time, entirely new industries are expanding around AI itself. Data centers, energy infrastructure, advanced computing, new systems that require human workers to build, operate, and maintain them. That's why some forecasts project 92 million jobs displaced by the end of the decade, while expecting 170 million new roles to emerge. The labor market isn't standing still. Jobs are changing, skills are changing, the structure of work is changing, but that is very different from saying work itself is disappearing. This story started as a question about AI replacing workers, but the evidence points somewhere else. Companies are rebuilding work around AI while still depending on humans to make it useful. AI isn't replacing workers at the scale many people fear, at least not yet. What it's replacing is the old structure of work itself. And the people who thrive in the next economy may not be the ones who resist that change. They'll be the ones who learn how to work with it.